14-inch MacBook 2025 is the most exciting MacBook that Apple has ever made. It's not because it's powerful, although it is very powerful. It's also not because of its design, although it does look pretty nice. It's actually because of one feature that feels straight out of a sci-fi movie. I can't believe we're doing this, but we're going to have to lower the lights for this one because it's really cool. Alright, so let's talk about this new MacBook. So this thing right here is called the Starbird Value Edition. Costs $1,999, and it's basically the same as the regular 14-inch MacBook Pro except for one big difference. You see these? These are micro lenses. They're literally everywhere. There are thousands of them in just the lid alone, and they're all individually tuned to bounce light away at just the right angle. The effect is absolutely mesmerizing. I mean, just look at it. It's like a portal into another dimension. Now you might be wondering what the point of this is. Why would Apple go through the trouble of putting these tiny little lenses all over their MacBook? Well, it's all about the display. You see, light travels in straight lines until it hits something that is. Then it bounces off in a random direction. This is why when you look at a white wall, it looks white even though light is only traveling in one direction. When the light bounces off of something, it changes direction. So if we can control where that light bounces, then we can control what you see on the screen. That is exactly what these micro lenses do. They take the light from the display and bounce it towards the viewer, making the image appear brighter and more vibrant. And the effect is incredible. This display looks absolutely amazing. It's like looking at a sheet of paper that's been coated with a thin layer of metal. Everything just pops off the screen.
Ow.
And it's not just bright and vibrant, it's also incredibly sharp. The resolution on this display is absolutely mind-blowing. Text looks crisp and clear. Images are tack sharp, and videos are so detailed you can practically feel like you're right there in the middle of the action. But maybe even cooler than that is how well this display works with Apple's new Reality Pro headset. You see, when you plug in a MacBook to the headset, it uses the display as a window into virtual reality. And because this display is so bright and vibrant, the image looks absolutely stunning on the headset. It's like having a private IMAX viewing experience wherever you go. But what about those nits? You know, the brightness of the display, how bright can it actually get? Well, let me tell you, this thing can get searingly bright. It's rated for 1600 nits of sustained brightness and 2000 nits of peak brightness. That means that no matter how bright the room is, you'll always be able to see what's on your screen. No matter what you're looking at, it will always look amazing. But don't worry, if you want to watch a movie in a dark room, this display can dim down to just 1 nit, making it perfect for watching movies at night. Now I know what you're thinking. All this talk about the display makes it sound like Apple has finally fixed the problem with reflections, right? Well, unfortunately, it's not quite that simple. So the reflection issue is still there. In fact, it's probably even worse because the display is so bright. Reflections are much more noticeable. But Apple has included an anti-reflective coating on this display that helps to mitigate the problem somewhat. It doesn't completely eliminate reflections, but it does make them less distracting. All in all, though, this is a great display and one of the best that I've ever seen on a laptop. I think Apple deserves a lot of credit for this. Creating a display that is this good is no easy feat, and they've done it while also making it look great at night, and while also mitigating the reflection problem. It's a tough balancing act, but Apple has done it. Well, they've created a display that is perfect for any environment and any task. So if you're in the market for a new MacBook and you want the best display possible, then the 14-inch MacBook Pro Starbird Value Edition is definitely worth checking out.